Hey everybody, welcome to Discard Draw. I'm Steel, this is my brother Tank. Today we're doing Machi Koro, which is a city building dice rolling card game. Tank, tell us more about it.
Well, this is a very popular game right now. This is actually imported from Japan. And like you said, it is a city building dice rolling card game. So let's open it up and take a look.
Let's take a look.
So this is a basic setup for 2 players. You can play up to 4 people with this game, and the object is to finish building your landmarks before anyone else. There are 4 landmarks in the game: the train station, the shopping mall, the amusement park, and the radio tower. Each gets progressively more expensive to build, and to earn money in this game, you, on your turn, will roll a dice, and any buildings with that number will generate money for you. There are 4 different color buildings in the game: blue, green, red, and purple. And the colors tell you when they will trigger and generate money for you. The blue ones will generate money anytime any person rolls the number on the card. The green ones will only generate money when you yourself roll the number on the card. The red ones will generate money on anyone else's turn when that number is rolled. And the purple ones will also only work on your turn. But the special thing about the purple ones is you can only build one of each type of purple one, whereas with all the other cards you can build as many as you can get your hands on. And the purple ones generally have mean things that you can do to your opponents when they activate. You're going to start with 1 blue and 1 green card to start with, and then you can purchase more. The cost of the card is on the bottom left. The number to trigger the card is at the top of the card. And then they each have their own little special symbols and such that interact with other cards in the game. Each turn you'll roll a dice, you'll collect money, assuming you rolled something that will give you money. And then you spend your money to buy something, or you can pass if you don't have enough money. And just keep going until someone builds their 4 landmarks. That's pretty much it. Once you build the train station, which is the cheapest landmark, you can roll 2 dice instead of just 1. And that's where these higher numbered cards come into play. All these are available to everyone at the start of the game. As long as you can afford them, you can buy them. The American version of the game came with this extra Gaming Megastore purple card, which wasn't in the original Japanese version. It might have been a promo, I'm not entirely sure about that. But it's available in all the American versions, so it's not anything special that you have to go hunting for. So that's the basic rules. So Steel, what do you think about this game?
Well, this is the base game, and I like it. It's good. You got all the cards out there right away, so if you got the money, you can buy whatever you want. On the contrary, the bad thing about that is that everyone can buy anything they want, and as soon as they buy everything up and you don't have the money, they're gone and you can't get them back. So I didn't like that part. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, it's a fun game. I like it. What do you think?
I agree. It's a good game. The only problem I had with it is pretty much you're playing the same game every single time, so eventually it's going to get boring because your strategy is probably pretty much going to be the same every time you play.
It doesn't change.
And it's pretty much a race to see who can get the improvements that give you the most money first.
Correct.
The only thing that's really going to change is how many red cards you buy, and that's going to be based on the number of players. And
how many new players are playing that don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. I mean, with more players, the red cards become way more valuable because you've got more people rolling because they only generate money on not your turn.
Exactly.
So with more people, they're going to be more valuable. But other than that, the strategies are really not going to change very much in the base game. So, I mean, as long as you enjoy playing the game the same way every time, it's fine. But I feel like it could get stale after a while.
I feel like this game could get better.
It could.
What do you think? I think it could get better.
It could get better.
I think there's something that can make it better. Is there something that can make this game better?
There, in fact, is something that can make it better.
There is?
There is.
Stop.
There's an expansion.
Oh my goodness, we're going to open this sucker up right now.
This expansion actually makes the game a whole lot better.
A whole lot better.
If you're going to buy this game, I definitely...
You buy this first. You can't play the game, but you still buy this first because you never know.
You definitely want to pick up this expansion if you're going to buy this game, because this expansion makes the game a lot better.
True story.
What this expansion actually does is, instead of having everything out available to you, you take all the cards from this, all the cards added in the expansion, which is quite a few, as you can see, you shuffle them all together, and then you get 10 cards, 10 stacks of cards out, randomly, and you play with those 10, and then as a stack goes away, you add new cards from the top of the deck. That way, you're not playing the same game every single time you play. You're going to play a completely different game each time you play this game. And I think that this expansion adds a whole lot of value.
It sure does.
To this game. And there's also 2 new landmark cards that they add in the expansion that you can build. And the City Hall, which is, I guess it's technically a landmark, but you don't build it.
You start with it.
You start with it. And all it does is, if you have no money on your turn, you get a coin, which is great.
Which is nice. If you're frugal with your money.
Especially...
Or not frugal. I don't know. I don't read.
Well, so again, if you're going to buy Machi Koro, I definitely recommend picking up the Harbor expansion as well, because it definitely makes the game a lot better. I mean, in fact, if you really wanted to, you could also just play like this with the base game setup and just substitute some cards in, mix it up a little bit too with the expansion. So that's also a possibility.
Of course.
So this is, like I said, definitely pick up the Harbor expansion if you're going to pick up Machi Koro. With the Harbor expansion, actually, it makes the game a lot more fun for me. And I definitely highly recommend it with the Harbor expansion.
As do I.
So in addition to making the game a lot better, the Harbor expansion also adds cards for a 5th player to play, which is going to be a lot more fun.
With more people, yes. Especially because they added a lot more red cards to the game as well.
Oh, yes, there's a lot more.
Here in the base, there's only the 2. Now there's, I don't know, a bunch.
See, they added the hamburger stand, the pizza joint, the sushi bar. Sushi bar. So, yeah, there's a lot more red cards.
A lot more chances to get money from other people.
And a lot more purple cards. Which are also...
to hurt the people you love and cherish.
The purple cards are nasty.
Yes.
They are very nasty. I would also like to point out that the box says that the game takes about 30 minutes to play. I'd say that's really conservative. Maybe if you're playing with a lot of really experienced players, it would be 30 minutes, but in my experience, it's at least an hour. So
at least.
I definitely think that that's a little deceptive, but...
And that's with 4 people that we usually play with.
Yeah.
Is about 4 people, so...
I would say probably about 15 to 20 minutes a person.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, if you had 2 people that knew what they were doing, yeah, it'd be a half hour, but... The more people, the more inexperienced, the longer it's going to take. Yeah. But that's what playing games is all about.
That's right.
Well, that's it for this episode of Discard and Draw. That was Machi Koro.
I'm Tank. This is my brother Steele. This was Discard and Draw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Watch our videos. Like us. Do what you gotta do.